The Detroit Red Wings have won the Stanley Cup.
It is called one of the greatest trophies in sport.
Dallas Stars are the champions.
It has moved grown men to tears and delirious joy. Imagine what it must be like then to be responsible for the trophy.
These guys have white gloves on carrying the Stanley Cup.
To be the minder of the Stanley Cup.
Every time we walk that cup out on the red carpet, you're thinking, this is a dream as well. To be this close to it, it is pretty special. We're really fortunate.
Phil Pritchard is keeper of the cup, the Stanley Cup. It's the championship trophy in the top professional ice hockey league in the world, the NHL. The cup's permanent home is here at the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto, a museum and shrine that celebrates the history of ice hockey and the growth of the game in new places. But for many, a big part of the appeal of this place is the 116-year-old piece of silverware. The Stanley Cup is unique not only because it's one of the most famous and one of the oldest trophies in all of sport, but also because of the way it is revered by fans and supporters of this game. Here at the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto, almost any day, and certainly both days on the weekends, you can see an awful lot of ice hockey fans lining up, sometimes for hours, just to get a few moments with the holy grail of ice hockey. For a team to get to hoist the trophy, they must win 4 successive postseason playoff series, one after another.
There it is, Lord Stanley's Cup, first awarded 1893.
And when it's won, Phil Pritchard must be there with the trophy polished, ready for presentation. After the winning team takes the cup on a celebratory parade in the home city, the season is over, but that's when Phil Pritchard gets busiest. Tradition dictates that each player on the winning team gets to have the Stanley Cup for a day, to do with it and take it wherever he pleases. To a cabin on a lake or a remote mountaintop in northern Canada, to help celebrate a new arrival to the family, or to a hometown neighborhood where it sits in its elegance as games of street hockey are played around it. Or lately, with more and more foreign players in the NHL, the Stanley Cup has also made trips to Moscow, Prague, Switzerland, Helsinki, and other places where it's always greeted with enthusiasm.
The players, they've won it, they've dreamed about it their whole life, and now they get the opportunity to take it home to mom and dad and their coaches and their friends and basically say thank you.
The cup is regularly sent out and is put on ceremonial display, and it's taken on motivational trips abroad, where it has even thrilled war-weary soldiers in Afghanistan. It's inspired Phil Pritchard to write a book about his experiences and travels as keeper of the cup.
There you go. Thanks very much.
Phil Pritchard and his favorite silent traveling partner will soon be flying to some North American city in late June for the presentation of the trophy to the champions. And after that, it'll be off to various places over the summer when the players on the winning team get their day with the Stanley Cup. Brendan Connor, Al Jazeera, Toronto.